All right, hey everybody, welcome to Samco Workshop. Today we have this dude right here, which came with these as well too. This is from Viofo. This is a dash cam setup. I wanted one for a long time, especially because I do so much off-road stuff and things like that. It'd be nice to permanently have a dash cam mounted on the front of the Jeep that would show that stuff. So I reached out to them. They sent me this. They sent this to me for free to do this review on. So as part of that, you know how these things go with that. They expect you to do an unboxing thing. I'm not a huge fan of unboxing, but pretty much every company now, when you get something like that, they want you to unbox it. Apparently, there's a lot of people that like seeing it, so we're going to do it. But that's going to happen quick. Then we're going to go get this thing installed. We're going to use it. We're going to test it. We're going to review it. We're going to do all that stuff. But I want a dash cam on there. Now, a lot of people like them from the fact that you can use them to record any incidents or accidents or things like that. And this one's even got the park mode where you can have it on and it can see what's going on if anybody comes near the vehicle. It requires a hardwire kit to do that. Otherwise, it would drain your battery. So this, you know, you can't do it through the plug-in. You got to have this connected to it so you can run off the battery, because your 12 volts and things like that in the car turn off when the vehicle's off. So you can get this hardwire kit to be able to wire it in directly for that. But there's a lot of advantages to them. Like I said, for me, it would be nice to have that front camera on there for both my off-road stuff I do and things like that, but also for my hunting things. And, you know, it's neat to have that camera on the front. And this one looks like if I were to mount it the right way, I could actually flip it around too and use it for a, hang on. Sorry about that. We could also use it for a inside vlog cam on there too, which would be kind of nice. Now this is a 2K dash cam and it is ultra tiny. That's what I wanted, was this ultra tiny setup. So what do we get? We get the hardwire kit, which is this right here, which I'm probably not going to use. I don't believe I'm going to, but it is a wire setup that is basically going to allow me, if I decide I want to actually wire in the whole thing right into my battery. So you have your connector port here for the camera, but then on the other end you can see you got terminals that are going to mount right on your battery. So you could fish this right through the firewall, connect that right to it. It's got a low voltage shutoff on here set up, so you could actually leave this hardwired into the car. And what that's going to do for you is that's going to let this camera run when your car is parked and you are off, when your key is off, like when your car is sitting in your parking structure, in the garage, any of that kind of stuff, or in your driveway. You can actually have this recording if it senses anything it needs to record going on, kind of a security feature. So that is a very nice feature to hardwire that in, and that's what this HK5 hardwire kit is going to do for you. Now, they also give you a memory card right here. We got a 64 gigabyte memory card. This is a micro SD, and this is what you're going to run. I think it takes up to a 512 this thing can operate on, which is nice, because then you can pop this right out and you can take this micro SD out, plug it right into your computer and transfer it, or you can do it through Wi-Fi. There's a bunch of different ways to set this thing up, so we will dive into that. So you get these two features. This one, like I said, I will be using, so we will actually cut that open and take that out and use that here in a minute. The camera. This is it right here, the VS1. Okay, it's not only is it 2K, it also uses that new Sony, the Starvis 2 sensor, which means it's going to be much higher resolution. It's going to have less noise and distortion in it. There's a lot of benefits to this. Let's look at the box real quick. Here we got 5G and 2.4 G Wi-Fi. It's got a GPS logger that actually records speed and the GPS of where this was if you wanted to turn somebody in. Again, like I said, these things are used for a lot of different purposes other than just what I need mine for, but a lot of great things. It's got voice control, so you can tell it to record, mute, things like that. And you got that parking mode, which does require this setup on it. So you can see right here on the box before we even open it up, got those on there. Now on this side here, it says we got a Quad HD 1440p, Sony Starvis 2 sensor, Super Night Vision 2.0, which we are going to see when we get this all hooked up, and multiple exposure HDR. So nice features, and it's telling you right on there. So pretty sweet. You got a couple of these if you want to download the apps right to your phone, which we will have to do. So we can do that scan to download the Viofo app for Wi-Fi connection. So we will have to do that, but let's open this thing up. That's why I don't like unboxings. I'm not real good at this whole thing. Look at this. I want to just rip this stuff open, but I got to be all nice and neat here. There we go. Okay, there it is. Here's a camera. There's a cute little thing you put the camera in. This is the gold right here. Look at that little sweetie right there. Little bitty dash cam setup. It rotates. I might be able to have that spin somehow and pivot, but there it is. Little camera. Gorgeous little camera. 2 buttons, one on the side, one on the back. Got our plug outlet in there, and our on this side plug, and then micro SD card goes right there. Super, super simple little camera setup. We have our professional customer care. They give you all the information for them. They give you some ideas on how to route the wiring, some stuff like this. So we will check that out, read before installing. So we will have to do that and dive into this kind of stuff, which we will do to prevent errors. We get a couple of these windshield screens. These are what you're going to want to put on your windshield first. You put one of these on there, and then you can actually stick the dash cam to this. Then if you want to remove the dash cam, you can just pull these off rather than fighting with that 3M tape that's on there. And you get a user's manual, which before I get into installing this, I will go through and learn so that I don't look like an idiot while I'm doing it. And then we have under here, we have a cord right here, which is going to be our cord, and they give you a extra, which is really a sweet feature that they do this. I like that. Like I said, I did a lot of research on the cameras before I called who I wanted one from, but they also give you a nice 2-slot 12-volt adapter for this to plug into so that you don't give up your 12-volt spot. If you already have a single and your car charger hooked into here, they give you a double automatically so that you're not having to go buy another one. So it's nice to give you that automatically in there. And then we have our cable right here, which is going to be the cable that's going to plug into that camera and plug into this or into your port in your car. So we have the cable, we have that. Let's move these boxes out of the way. We already know that there was stuff in a box. So that's out of there, that's out of here, this is out of here. We got our 2 sheets, which I'm going to set on here. We have our manual, we have that, we have our camera, we have this. Is there anything else in that box? Yes. Okay, what else we got in here? We got other stuff. We got another one of these stickies for the bottom of the camera. We got a spare, which is very nice. And this is a trim piece tool. I know that already because I own a ton of these. But if you needed to remove your door trim to be able to hide that wire or your trim along there so you could tuck and hide that wire in. And then we have another cord right here, which I have no idea what this little cord looks like. The same thing, but it's a short one. And I have no idea what it does. But again, that's where this will come in and we will explain it as I put it together. But this is the unboxing portion of this. Like I said, which is a requirement by a lot of companies. They like to see this. So we went through this part real quick. And now we are going to start getting everything figured out and installed and be back with you soon. All right, so setting that thing up was actually too easy. Way easier than I thought. I think it took me a whopping, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes to set it up. And you don't really even need the app, but the app was nice for me to actually identify the, to get the view I wanted out of the hood, and change some settings on it and stuff like that too. But, I probably won't use the app for anything, but it was easy to download and it worked really good, so I'm happy about that. But installing this thing, I didn't even need to use a zip tie, a trim tool piece, nothing here in my Jeep. It was cakewalk easy. I did put that thing on there, but I did actually break the corner off by mistake, and you can see baking out here in the Georgia sun, I got some air bubbles in there. I really don't care. But that's on there. I stuck it to that. Doing it again, I'd probably just stick this right to the windshield. Actually, I will take this right off and just take the other one and stick it on the windshield. Not sure I want that huge square piece that you see on there. Like I said, just it's not really bothering me because from my view, it's behind the rear view camera. Now, it would actually roll up. If I wanted to mount it down lower, it could roll up high enough to do a view of the inside of the car if I wanted to, but I'm probably never going to do that. So I hit it behind the passenger or behind the rear mirror like that. Goes right up in here. I'm in a Jeep, so I got open top. Everything's easy, so it just fits right up behind this trim piece and tucked into there. I just fished it into there. Now, I did let it come over here. I'm okay with that. I don't want to take trim panels off and stuff, but I let it go there. And then I just tucked it in right into here. So it's wedged into here. Like I said, nothing fancy, just kind of tucked in there. Goes down, comes around. I got it wrapped under some stuff under here and fished through here. And it comes up and it sits right here. This is the cord for it right here. So when I open up my media thing, when I want it on, I plug it in and then it's in. You can see it lighting up on the back. and it's set up and it's ready to go, and I can say, and you can talk to it too, like here it comes kicking on.
Recording started.
I like this, that you just touch this button one time if there's an accident or something, or you see something crazy happen, you just hit that button and it locks that whole entire recording video, and it saves it for you so it can't be overwrote. So that's really nice. You got a button on the side over here for your mic that you can control mic on for audio off. So a sweet little system. It's installed. We're going to take it out and drive and see how it does here. But as far as installing that was super easy. That was less than 2 minutes. Like I said, super easy to put that thing in. That made me real happy. Like I said, it's Georgia. It's hot out. I don't want to be sitting here in a baking car playing with mounting stuff and screwing around with things. The install on that was literally like a 2-minute deal, including running the wire. I just used my fingers and jammed it behind here, tucked it in there. It's okay if it sits right there. It's not hurting anything sitting right there. It's my choice. But I'm not removing that speaker and all that trim stuff. And goes right around through there, buried right up underneath here and under some wires. There's where it comes out at right there. Goes right behind my battery pack and right to there. So when I want it on, there it is. When I want it off, I just unplug it and let it hang. And it turns off, and I don't have to worry about it at all. Boom, done. So, like I said, very nice feature. Like I said, you could hardwire it too. You could run that hardwire kit through here and then punch it through somewhere, through here into there and get into your hood and, connect it to your battery if you wanted to be able to hardwire that in so it's always on and you can use the park sensor features. But we're going to go inside. I'm going to show you a quick little detail of the... We have that thing installed. I still got an extra one of these pieces. I still have this extra sticky piece, which is nice. We are going to save those. I'm going to save them in the actual box. This cord is actually a data transfer cord if you wanted to transfer it to your computer via pulling the camera off, and it does slide off. The camera will slide right off of its mount, let you take it right in the house, and you can use this data cord to transfer. I have a card reader for the micro SD card, so I'm not worried about it. So we're not going to mess with that. The trim tool is nice. I did not need it, but I'm going to keep that. Can never have enough of those. That cord is nice. I don't need this either for my install, but this is nice too. So we got a lot of really cool features in here that I'm really happy about. So it's really nice to have all that extra stuff. I want to take a minute and go through what they're saying on here as far as a couple of voice commands and things like that. So there's an LED chart in here, which you will get with yours. It shows you what LEDs are doing what and what's happening as it's actually going on, so you can see that. You have voice record modes in here. You got one touch everything. So like if you want to lock and freeze that video in to save it because it was an accident or you saw something crazy, you just touch the button on the back, or you can do it through voice commands. So there's a lot of nice little features on this thing. Audio on, audio off, Wi-Fi on, Wi-Fi off. So this manual is a really good setup on here. The app is really nice too. The app actually gives you a lot of, here's what the app looks like when you get it. And you're going to install it, which I did, and it's really nice, and it gives you, you can see the preview, you can take snapshot pictures, you can live view everything, and you have a whole list of settings that you can go through and change everything on it. So the app is really cool. I don't know if it'll let me show it in here right now while I'm not by the car. Let's see. But I did install it here. Yeah, see right here. Look at all these, let me come up here where you can see it. Here are all of your menus and your settings and the things that you can change and customize this camera. So it is a very nice feature that they give you all of these in that app. So a really nice setup. Voice command wise, we're going to give you that real quick. I don't want to waste too much of your time on this because you'll get it in the manual. You got different video settings. You got time-lapse recording. You can change the recording loops. You can change everything. This thing is really sweet. Park mode I'm not going to use, but there are 3 different options. Auto event detection, time-lapse recording, and low bitrate recording for that park mode, which is really cool if you're worried about, somebody stealing stuff or anything like that too. And the parking G sensor is pretty cool. It detects any sudden movements such as an impact or collision, and it will trigger the event recording and it will save it. So you set that to high intensity. If something happens to the vehicle, then it will automatically freeze and lock that so that particular file cannot be deleted. Nice features in here. Like I said, the GPS info stamp on the videos is really cool. Here's your voice commands. So, and they all work. I tested them in there. They work really good. All you got to do is you can say, take photo, and it will automatically freeze a snapshot of whatever that is. So if you're like trying to capture a license plate, somebody cuts you off or something like that, take photo. Video start, if you need, if it's off for some reason, you can say video start and it will start the video. You can say lock the video, okay? Lock the video. That's the same as hitting that button, and that will lock that particular clip, and it basically makes it where it cannot be deleted. It will still overwrite everything else, but it will save that file for you. Turn on audio, turn off audio. Turn on Wi-Fi, turn off Wi-Fi. Those are your voice commands that you can do with this. So pretty sweet system. I'm very impressed with it, and you're going to start to see here in a minute, you're going to see some of the video clips of it. We'll run it daytime and I'll run it at night, and so we can see the differences in the quality in here. But very impressive little camera, and the setup was so easy. So easy. It was so nice. I did not want to have to deal with a bunch of BS and messing with stuff to get things set up. It was so simple. Put on your little sticky thing on the window where you want it, stick the camera on there, you're done, run the wire, tuck it behind your headliner, drop it down underneath. It was so easy. So easy. So far, very, very impressed with this Viofo VS1. We will see what it looks like as we start doing some recording. All right, so here what we got basically some screenshots of this, or some video that we actually did. And actually what we were out running around, we actually witnessed a accident happening here. The police were already here, but as you can see right here, this truck and this car, this red car and that van had got into an accident. They're all smashed up. Police are here. It just had happened, but you can see that red car's kind of tore up pretty bad. So we had that happen, and you can see here some of the clips as we're rolling through here. Does real good. You can see that you can also see license plates if you needed to get license plate information off of vehicles. I like the angle I got the camera at. Works really good in the low light, normal, everyday kind of situations that we have here. Nothing about this thing is disappointing. I'm very impressed with what it does, driving around town and being able to see everything that we're looking for. Now we're going to show some nighttime footage. I'll show you some screenshots too. One of the cool things about this camera is the ability to just say to it, because it's got voice commands, so you just say take photo and it automatically will take photos for you instantly. You hear kicking and it does it, but you just say take photo and it says taking photo and takes the picture. It's pretty awesome. So it's kind of a nice feature. I'll show you some screenshots of those photos at the end, because like I said, I did quite a few of them. It's almost too fun to do that, just to say that, to just say take photo. And so it comes out, it works, like I said, very impressive here. I do notice that you can see in there very slightly, because it is on a Jeep, and with my very upright windshield, I do get a little bit of glare in certain situations in the sunlight on the windshield. Here it is in the woods. This is what I do. I hunt for a living here, so being off-road, you can see it here, and it was kind of a perfect test because we got that sun breaking through the trees. Pop, 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 pop. You know, you can see it coming through, and it handled the, you know, the resolutions and stuff. You can see it handled it very well, given how hard that circumstance is with that direct light coming in, and it changes quick. And just like I said, very tough scenario for this camera to operate in, with this sun blasting through the trees every couple of, you know, every 10 feet, hitting it with something different. So it did work out really, really good. You can see the detail, the clarity, the, you know, resolution is good. Everything is fantastic. We will run this at night too, because we were out here all day. Ran it on a, you know, in the evening when we got done coming out, and we got some night city stuff coming up here for you as well too. But very impressed with what this is doing out here, again, especially with that sunlight hitting. Here it is basically dark. This is like after legal shooting light. Here's a hog coming across the road. That's what I wanted this for, see stuff like that. But there's a wild hog that just ran out in front of me. You can see the little red dot in the middle of the screen. That is something on that mic, or on that camera, that is reflecting on my windshield. Again, the Jeep has a super vertical hood, or I mean a super vertical windshield, which is, you know, makes it a little trickier. You're going to get some of that stuff. I don't know what those two little red dots are reflection wise, but they're not bothering me. Here we are coming into town. I don't live in a big city, so this is town at night. And you can see that the resolution is good, the visibility is good, clarity is good. Everything about this camera, like I said, I'm super impressed with, and how easy it is to lock a video by just touching that button on the back to lock it, or you just say you give it the voice command, which I think is lock video or protect video. It's in the owner's manual, but you say that, and it will actually lock that video clip and keep it from being overwritten, and it puts it into a separate folder, which is a beautiful thing. It's called RO, the folder. For some reason they call it RO, but it's right there in with your movies, and it's real easy to get to, and it saves all those. So anytime you're out doing this stuff and you see something cool going on or something or something crazy happens, you just touch that. For me, it'll be touch a button on the back of the camera. I'm not going to remember the command too often for that, but you can, like I said, you use the voice command or touch a button. Here's some screenshots right here. But when you hit that button or say that command, it locks it for you and it saves that video. Beautiful feature. These are screenshots. Again, you can see that you can see everything really good and detailed during daytime. Nighttime, here it is pitch black with no street lights around or anything, just my headlights. We're good. Here it is darkness in the woods. Which is really good as well too. Here it is at that stoplight, darkness there. You can see that vehicle's moving, that F-150 is moving. Here it is daytime again out in the woods. So fantastic camera. Cannot say enough good things about it. So my official verdict on this camera, I am super impressed. For the money and for the quality and for how easy it's set up, this thing is straight up amazing. I am super excited about it. It's hidden. It doesn't get in the way. It's unobtrusive. It works flawlessly. It is not complicated. It is not finicky. It does exactly what it's supposed to, the way it's supposed to, and that's exactly what I want. So I'm very impressed, very, very happy, and I'm giving it, 5-star recommendation here. Can't say enough good things about this. This is exactly what I was after. Thanks for watching.